Welcome back, everyone. So I just received my new tools from Flex. Figured I'd just kind of show it to you guys for a second. So in the in the box, you get this bag, which is actually a pretty sweet bag. I'm just going to set this aside for a second. Basically, we use that to store the tool. And the tool I have, because I was just playing around with it, I just put the backing plate on there real quick, is the Flex PXE 80. Mike Phillips calls it the PXE. So you get the bag. It's in different languages here, and it tells you about the different backing plates on there. Let me just set this aside for a second. You get that. You get the thing about the batteries, service centers if you have issues with your tool, and then what else is in here? I'll probably have to look through these and kind of read through them, and then you get the thing about the battery charger. So in the box, let me put these aside for a second. You get the main tool. You get two batteries. They're 12-volt batteries, and then these batteries are kind of neat. They have the battery indicators, so you just push the battery. It tells you how much you have left. I think the runtime on these batteries is like half an hour to 45 minutes. So of course you get the charger. So I'm going to probably charge these batteries. So I pull this out of the bag. So in here it'll tell you on the digital display how much you have on here. See if I can get this. I'm doing this with one hand because I got the tool, my phone on one hand. So that comes off like that. So I can prop this up so I can put this on here. And then I can plug it in and see how much we can get that on this. Let me put this over here for a second. Then you get the different attachments. So here's the rotary piece, which I haven't opened it just yet. So you just hook up your backing plate, just screw it on here. Then here's I believe this is the 3mm orbit here. Again, same principle. And then you get these two backing plates. I don't know the sizes of these. I think it's a 1-inch. I don't even know what size the other one is, because they look like one's like a sanding disc because there's no Velcro on here. So then you just put your sanding discs on here, and then this one's got the little Velcro on here. This is a little 1-inch pad, but again they're the same. They're roughly the same size diameter. So if you're gonna do some spot sanding, you just put your sanding here with the adhesive. So just put those down for a second because I'm not going to use those just yet. I'll kind of show you the way this machine works. So you get the digital display up here for speed control. The trigger, so it's a brushless motor in here. The trigger is cool. You can actually just feather it, just push it up, which is kind of cool. The other way to do it is you kind of click on the bottom with your thumb, and then you lift up and you lock it in place. And then you just so if I leave it on speed 2 and flip it off, it remembers that speed the next time you click on it. So it's pretty neat little tool here. The way you change the piece, and I'm going to do this with one hand, is you pull the collar back, and it gives you access to the backing plate, and then you can just drop it off. So let me see if I can put this back in here. So again, just pull the collar up. I'm kind of doing this with one hand here. Pull the collar up, and then just let go, like that's in there, and then you're good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and put a pad on here. I'll try a different couple pad sizes here. 3-inch pads that I have. So here's just a regular Lake Country 3-inch pad. Again, I'm just going to eyeball it here. So let me just lay this flat on here. So I feel like that. So that's what it looks like with a 3-inch pad. This is probably what I'm going to use it for, is a 3-inch machine. I'll use my Nano for the 1-inch stuff and 2-inch if I need it. But I bought this one because I sold my Rupes LHR 75E, which is the mini. So that's what it looks like with the pad. It's got the large orbit on there, so let's try another pad on here. The Velcro is not as strong as the Rupes stuff. Here's an HDO pad from Lake Country. Let's put this guy on here. Come on. So roughly like so. And again, that's what it looks like. It's like an orbit. You see the large orbit on there. So basically any pad's gonna fit on here. Pop this pad off. This one holds on stronger. I just bought these HDO pads. And let's try this Rupes yellow pad. So that's what it looks like with the yellow pad roughly. I didn't get it on there perfect, but you get the idea. Let's see if I can get this on there. So they list the speeds as 1 to 3 for polishing, 4 for spot sanding. I'll just leave that pad on there for a second, and then we'll plug in the charger. So I'm gonna put this down. I have like no room up here. Take these pads out of here because I don't want to leave them in there. Just drop this over here. Okay. Now I'll just plug this in for the time being. So you can kind of see the difference between the chargers from the Flex, and then this is all the Rupes accessory stuff. But here's a Rupes charger with their battery. So their battery just sits in here. It gives you the green light. It doesn't really. This one charges pretty fast with these little batteries from the Nano. I just plug this in. So there you go. It's got the display on here. It says OK. And there it goes. Now it's charging. I don't know if it's going to give us any estimate on the number of time. Again, this is the first time I'm kind of just messing around with it. 36 minutes to fully charge this battery. So it's pretty neat. Charger seems to be doing this job. You can use this with the bigger batteries as well. You can actually hear it going. So this is what so that's the new tool. It's pretty balanced. You know, you would think it's heavy, but it's not. It doesn't feel uncomfortable even with the battery on the end on there. So when you're holding it, it should be just fine. Even when you're using two hands on there, it should be relatively easy. So I'll be giving this a go on my car, and I'll tell you why. So I had just finished polishing my car here, and it's got Quartz light on it. Quartz TiO2 on it, and looks great. I got one coat on there. I was about to put a second coat on there. My dad decided to paint the rails out here, and I had told him close the garage door, and what does he do? He leaves the garage door open. So now I have overspray all over the car. So there's white overspray on, on the top of the glass here. You can hear it on this black sail panel. Normally I don't do this, but I'm gonna have to redo it again. So it's here and here, and I don't know if it shows up on camera, but it's got all these little white specks on here from the paint, and they don't come off just with a glass cleaner or anything. So it's all over that. It's all over these rear panels here. It's all over the rear deck lid here. You can hear my hand on it. That thing was smooth, man. So I'm gonna redo it. So I got to clay it and start over and polish it. So I'm gonna give this Flex PXE 80 a go. The front is not so bad, but since I'm gonna redo the whole thing, I think there's some slight overspray because the wind blew all in here. So I got some overspray on these areas here. The front glass looks like it survived okay, but like all the flat surfaces, like the hood and like these areas, got it. I think the only part that doesn't have it is this front piece. So I'm just gonna redo the entire thing, which is kind of a bummer, but it'll give me a chance to kind of try this out, and then I'll recoat my car. So we've already got 2 minutes of charging on here. kind of hard to see with the phone. So it's a pretty neat little tool. So I'll charge both batteries. Like I said, we'll give this a go. Let me actually get the 1-inch backing plate. And then we'll put it on here. See if I can do it with one hand. Actually, I'll get the rotary one so you guys can actually see that one. Alright, so give me a minute. I'm going to go ahead and just use both hands and get this thing off because I can't do this with one hand. Alright, so I'm back. We'll be right back. Was able to get the rotary and backing plate on here. This is a rotary piece. And I put a Rupes 1-inch pad on here that I have for the Nano. So let's just go ahead and change this on the fly. So again, just pull the collar up. It's going to drop off like that. And put this on the paper because I don't want to be getting dirt on my pad here. Okay, so pull the collar back. And I'm just going by feeling because I'm doing this with one hand. And there you go. So now it's in there. So it looks like with the 1-inch pad. And again, just want to spin it. Or we can lock it in place. So that's the rotary piece on there. And then if we wanted to, we can do the 3mm backing plate on there as well. And this is actually pretty interesting here that the rotary one has, I don't know if I can spin it off here, but it's got a hole on the backing plate itself. I don't think I can unscrew this with one hand, but anyways, it's got an alignment pin on the backing plate and then on this piece here. So that's all there is for the PXE80. I'll post some more video of me actually using it on my car when I get to that point. But again, I just want to give you kind of a quick overview of the tool. Pretty neat little tool. I've been kind of eyeing it because, like I said, I'm trying to go cordless as far as tools. So this is eventually I'm going to be having the PXE80, the Rupes Nano for like a 1-inch machine. I mostly use this for 1-inch. I rarely use it for 2-inch. We'll use this for 3-inch. Then I'll probably get the Flex force rotation cordless machine, and then I'll probably get their polisher cordless. I will keep my LHR 15 Mark II because it's a good machine. But again, this should give you an idea of what kind of pads and stuff you can use on here. If you already have existing pads from your Nano or your other machines, you can just go ahead and use those, or invest in various 3-inch pads from other companies here, like Lake Country's 3-inch pads. And I'll just test it with this tool, and we'll see how it works. And they do make a 2-inch backing plate. I've seen it sold through APS. I'll probably be getting that 2-inch backing plate. I'll kind of make this a 2-inch machine as well. Then they make an extension for these as well. So I'll be getting that. Like I said, right now we're at 29 minutes, so you can see it charges pretty quick. I've been talking for 10-12 minutes, and in that time frame we've already dropped down from 36 to 29. So I hope this gives you an overview. Like I said, eventually I'll be going full cordless little by little. I hope this helps. Like I said, I'll post some more action video of this PXE80, and we'll go from there. So again, stay tuned for more updates on this tool, and then I'll post some thoughts as I use it on various areas of my car. So again, thanks for watching, and I hope this helps with the tool.